let's get one thing straight. You don't own your following, but you do own your list. So as a small business owner, this is a really important shift to make when you're spending a lot of your time on Instagram and Facebook building a community, which is awesome. It's so great, but you need to actually shift them from those social platforms into your email list. And one of my favorite places to start is creating an email newsletter. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 10 do's and don'ts of email newsletters. Hello, I'm Emiley and welcome to my channel. I'm a brand and content strategist who loves helping small businesses just like yours share their brand online. You've probably heard the phrase, don't build your house on borrowed land. Well, I think it goes something like that. Because in business speak, that means don't invest all your time, energy, and money into social media to create a community that you don't own. What if one day Instagram and Facebook just decided business accounts were only allowed to send out communication if they paid for it? So you've spent all your time building this following to then not even be able to leverage it. Well, unlike social media, where your followers are actually owned by the platform that you're playing on, an email list is owned by you. And this is why it should be part of your marketing strategy moving forward. More and more small businesses are leveraging the power of email marketing, and with good reason. But it can be a bit overwhelming for where to start with your email marketing strategy. And I highly recommend starting with a newsletter of sorts. But getting started can be so complicated that you're just frazzled about where to even begin. So in this video, I'll be sharing 10 do's and don'ts of email newsletters. Do show up consistently and be confident in what you're sharing is what your reader needs right now. Have you ever had a reply to your email newsletters before? It's pretty freaking awesome, but super rare. So if you are showing up consistently and they expect to hear from you and you are always delivering epic value, then you're going to start building that connection with your subscribers. But don't send out email newsletters once in a blue moon or once every month or something like that, because by the time your email comes around again, people are going to have forgotten about you. They're going to unsubscribe, they're going to not open your emails, and they're not going to click through to anything that you're sharing because they don't really have that trust with you. Do pick a niche. So like any of your marketing strategy, you should be trying to target one person. So by doing this, you're creating content that is actually targeting where that particular subscriber is right now and really leveraging any content you can provide that is going to make them make a decision to purchase with you. Don't use email marketing as a way to just get the word out there, because unlike mass marketing like TV or radio or press ads, email marketing doesn't work like that. Do make sure the content is actually good, relevant, and bespoke to your email. So I send out a weekly email called Beyond This, which is written either the day I send it or the day before about any challenges or things I've learned in my business. And it's basically an extension from what I share on my social channel, but a lot more detailed and practical. Don't send out an email that's just a roundup of all the things you'd like them to click. So whether you've written a few blog posts or you've done a podcast or something like that, don't just round those up and put them in an email. Make sure you're adding value to those items as well. Do keep your visuals to a minimum. So try and only use one, maybe 2 images. I know for e-commerce brands this can be a little tricky, but try and reduce the number that you're using. Don't get caught up in the bravado of creating, a HTML coded email that looks beautiful and pretty. Save that prettiness for your Instagram and your website, and get really clear on providing meaty, valuable content in your email. Do share relevant and insightful information about your brand or your products that you haven't shared anywhere else, because your subscribers will start to feel like they're getting a little insight that they're not getting anywhere else. So it's almost like an exclusive resource for them, and they'll continue to keep opening them if they feel that way. Don't shove offers down your subscribers' throats. I know you've probably subscribed to a number of traditional retailers who do this, but how many of them do you really open? How many of them do you click through to, and how many of them do you unsubscribe from? Do create curiosity in your subject line. So I've created a whole video about this, which you can go and watch now, which shares some case studies that I think you might like. But don't trick people into opening your email. I know this has happened to me, and it just seems sneaky and a bit distasteful. Do pick one call to action in your email. So getting really clear on what it is that you want people to do once they've received that email. Don't fill up your email with a bundle of links to try and get people to click on something to go somewhere in your site, to a different product or a different piece of content or whatever it is. This will just confuse them. Do write conversationally and in short sentences. So unlike a blog article where someone's going there with the purpose of actually reading or learning, receiving an email is often interrupting people's day. So you want to capture them straight away and allow them to skim through your email to find out the information that they want to know. Don't write a big slab of text that's maybe a bit confusing or uses too complicated language, because you really need to start talking like you're talking to a friend. Do get your email into your readers' inbox so they actually read your content. Don't get stuck in the promotions tab. So I've created a whole video about this, which is a real goodie. It features 7 tips for avoiding the promotions tab on Gmail. Do get permission to email your list. So even if you require an email for a sale or for a booking system or something like that, make sure you have an opt-in for people to join your list. Don't buy email lists. I think this is a total no-brainer, but a lot of businesses still do it, as I receive emails all the time from brands I've never heard of. And it's so distrustful, and it is actually could be detrimental to your brand. While there's no hard and fast rules about email marketing or creating an email newsletter, following these 10 do's and don'ts will ensure that you're creating really interesting, valuable content that your subscribers are gonna wanna read. So, do you send out an email newsletter? I would love you to comment below with the email newsletter that you like to send, the type of content that's involved in it, as well as your industry and your niche, because I'd love to see who you're emailing and what sort of content you're creating. Next up, go and watch my video, how to avoid the promotions tab in Gmail, because avoiding that tab can be a game changer in your business. Just by getting your email into the primary tab as opposed to the promotions tab on Gmail, it could increase the number of subscribers by 10% of your subscriber base, which is huge. That could mean you get more sales and more revenue in your business. So go and watch that one now. I will be back here next Tuesday with another video I know you're gonna love. So until next time, bye for now.